In the last video, I have explained the UPSC control, how UPSC is used to control the P and Q required by the transmission system. Now let us understand the control phenomenon of UPSC controller. How you need to control the various parameters by using control circuit in addition to the power circuit. That we need to focus in this video. So here VPQ is the injected voltage of the series converter of the UPSC. The VPQ can be controlled plus or minus VPQ. Here the first one is plus 0.5 is the voltage variation. In second case, this is first one. Second one minus 0.5. So this is second one minus 0.5. So the power flow can be controlled well below the reference value. When it is added the positive side, the power flow control is well above the reference value. The power can be exchanged with the converter. Therefore, the required power of the system can be varied by changing the control parameters of the UPSC. That is possible with the help of DC link capacitor with the sufficient storage. Similarly, reactive power injection can also be varied by changing the VPQ negative as well as positive. This is the reference one. So this is positive. Second one is the negative addition. Therefore, Q can be controlled well below the reference reactive power or above the reference reactive power. That means either it is positive or negative. That means either it is lagging or leading. So it will provide the lagging reactive power as well as leading reactive power. That means inductive or capacitive type reactive power can be provided in order to control the voltage to the required value. So this is the function of Q is also the function of VPQ. So in the previous classes we have discussed the equations related to this P and Q in terms of VPQ. Therefore refer to those equations. So coming to this is the converter. VPQ is the injected voltage here. So the Vx is the voltage drop in the reactance, line reactance. So therefore VPQ can be controlled so that you can control the VPQ as well as QPQ. So this is the power variation, this is the reactive power variation. So therefore P, the active power variation of the compensator, and this is the reactive power variation of the compensator. So as shown in the figure B in the waveforms. So therefore it is capable of changing PPQ as well as QPQ of the converter by changing the VPQ and angle sigma, so that VPQ sigma can vary the effective voltage, thereby we can change the active power as well as reactive power of the system. So this is the relation between Q reactive power and P naught. So the required reactive power can be varied, and this is the P naught is a basic active power of the system. This is the P naught power angular V square by x into sin delta without any compensation. Q is equal to V by x 1 minus cos delta. So this is the relation between P and Q. So this variation is the capability of the converter for P and Q. This is the control region of the real power and reactive power of the UPSC. When delta is 0, controllable region. So P and Q both are 0 at this point. When delta varies to the plus 30 degrees, the control region will shift towards the right, and here this is the second case. Third case, when delta is equal to 60 degrees, still the control region is away from the origin. Therefore, by controlling the delta to a maximum value 90 degrees, the control region shifts away from the origin. It is further away from the origin, so that it may provide flexible control over P and Q. So the x-axis is P, y-axis is Q, PQ region. This is the PQ diagram of controlled compensation of UPFC. By changing the sigma, you can change the delta. So by changing the sigma, you can change the delta to various values. Delta is equal to 30, 60 and 90 respectively. So this control can be provided with the most effective control of various parameters of the device UPFC. How it is possible, we will see now. So this is the UPFC, the basic control circuit in which you have shunt controller. This is the shunt controller. This is the series controller. Both are linked with the DC capacitor VDC, series converter, voltage source, shunt converter. This is also voltage source. So this is the current drawn by the shunt controller is ISH, and voltage injected by the series converter is VPQ. So this VPQ can be controlled and ISH can be controlled such that you can control both P as well as Q. P and Q both can be controlled. So this is voltage reference. So ESH is the shunt voltage, ESC is the series voltage injected by the controller. Here let us understand this control circuit briefly. VPQ reference is the reference value. It may generally all reference values are per unit 1.0. So corresponding to the rated values. This current voltage V1 and V2 can be, so this is V1, this is V2, V1, V2. This V1 and V2 actual values are taken to the series converter or controller. Current I is the line current through the transmission line. These three are the signals, actual signals of the series converter control. VPQ reference is the reference voltage, required reference voltage to provide the control signals. By changing the error signal, VPQ can be compared with the reference voltage, some voltage, and series converter will have some control over series converter so that VPQ can be controlled to a required value. And second one, VDC reference is taken here. This is the VDC actual voltage. So VDC reference is taken, actual voltage is compared with the VDC. That error signal is given as one of the control signal to the shunt converter control. So second one is IQ reference. So IQ reference can be compared with shunt current actual value. This error signal can be given to the shunt controller or shunt converter control in order to generate the required signals to the shunt converter such that the ISH can be controlled and thereby ESH to a required value. Therefore, VPQ and ISH both can be controlled with the help of series and shunt controllers with the help of reference signals. This is the actual control circuit of your UPFC system optimization control. Power system variables are taken here, operator inputs are here, and these are the reference signals: V1 reference, V2 reference, VPQ reference, Z reference, P reference, Q reference are the reference signals. Any one or more than one signals can be taken for the control actions. And I is the current flowing through the line. V1 and V2 are the voltages, the shunt controller and series controller respectively. So ISH and VDC, ISH is the shunt controller current, and VDC is the DC link capacitor voltage. So ISH reference and VPQ reference are taken as reference signals, and theta is taken for the synchronization. So to get the synchronizing signals from the phase local loop, so V1 is taken as reference. So this is the series converter and shunt converter. So that by taking the control signals, all these control signals, the gate pulse generators will generate the gate pulses appropriately for the series converter as well as shunt converter, such that you can vary the VPQ as well as ISH. This is the overall control circuit of your UPFC. So this is the series converter control block. Here you will get the VPQ and corresponding sigma, which is in synchronism with the system by changing the sigma to a referred value theta to provide the synchronized signals from the phase local loop. V1 is the reference voltage from which phase local loop will get theta value, which can be summed to the sigma value. In order to get theta plus sigma is the required angle, and VPQ is the required voltage. How VPQ have been derived? So current, line current I, and V2 is the series converter voltage are taken for the real and reactive current computer, from which you can compute the IQ as well as IP values. This is IQ and IP values, actual values, and here P reference, Q reference, V2 references V2 exactly this value. P reference and Q reference, you can obtain the real and reactive current computer, from which IP reference is obtained. These are the reference signals. These are the reference signals. IP reference and IQ reference are taken from this block, and those signals are compared with the IQ and IP exact values, and these errors are given to the error amplifier in order to amplify the signal. This is the series injected voltage limiter, VPQ limiter. So V2Q, V2P can be obtained from the limiter values. So in order to get the magnitude and angle computer, from which you can obtain sigma and VPQ value. So in polar form, you will get the VPQ, voltage magnitude, and angle sigma. So these VPQ magnitude and sigma is summed with the theta already explained to provide the synchronizing signals. VPQ and theta plus sigma can be used as refresh signals for the series converter control to provide the gate pulses to the series controller. So this is the series converter. So gate pulse generator will provide the proper control action in order to get the required VPQ. So this is the shunt controller functional block diagram. So let us look at this. V1 is taken as reference shunt controller. From phase local loop, theta is obtained. That theta is summed to the alpha in order to get alpha plus theta. So required synchronizing signal angle. And VSH is the voltage required for the shunt controller. So the VSH can be derived like this. So VDC is the actual DC voltage across the DC capacitor, link capacitor, and VDC reference, generally any reference value is 1 pu, already explained. So VDC is compared with the VDC reference, that error signal is given to error amplifier. So to get ISHP, active power, related active current. So this is active current related to active power, and here it is ISH is the current through the shunt controller. V1 is the voltage across the shunt controller. So ISH, from which you can obtain ISHP and ISHQ, real and reactive current computer, from which this phasor is divided into active and reactive components. So reactive component is Q and active component is P. So this ISHP, ISH reference P, both are compared and error is given to error amplifier. This is the active current deviation. Similarly here, from V1 we can get voltage magnitude computer, and which can be compared with V1 reference. V1 reference, that reference value and actual value can be compared and given to the error amplifier here. This error amplifier output is given to the reactive current limiter. So you will get ISHQ, this is the reference signal ISHQ, and this is the actual ISHQ. So when both are compared, the error is given to the second signal to the error amplifier. So deviation in the active current, deviation in the reactive current, both are taken into account, from which you will get the error amplifier output is given to the magnitude and angle computer, from which you will obtain the shunt controller voltage VSH as well as angle alpha. That angle is adjusted with theta in order to get synchronizing signals, from which we will get the gate pattern logic of the shunt converter. So this gate pulse generator will control the shunt converter accordingly to get required VSH and ISH values. Thank you. In the next class, next video we will discuss about IPSC.